the signs that no party would receive a majority of 50% plus one vote to govern nationally or in some provinces after the elections were seen at the dialogue. The convener, Paul Mashatile, had acknowledged that coalitions are a reality.
You will have seen our discussion paper, ladies and gentlemen, which is entitled A Policy Framework Towards Stable Governance. It makes the important point that, and I quote, coalitions are an unmistakable expression of choices that the electorate has made.
One of the concerns also raised during the dialogue was the reasons that some parties may use to enter into coalitions.
Parties that are entering into coalition governments are only entering into coalition governments on the positions for power, for control, and most importantly for financial resources.
Following the dialogue, one of the facilitators warned that South Africa could face a huge risk of breaking its democracy if there are no regulations, should no party receive more than 50% of the votes at national level.
Unfortunately, should it happen and we have no regulation in place, then it will pose the highest risk, which will simply need leadership maturity in approaching the matter in the absence of regulations. And these are high-stake issues. They can make or break a country's democratic project because we are now in uncharted waters which we have not seen before. And if we can't anticipate and prepare for the future, then we will be punished and learn later.
And the punishment became a reality, as there is no legal framework to govern coalitions. Certain parties that entered into what they call a government of national unity agreed on a statement of intent.
No, let me say this, that the ANC can't bring people in that they feel like bringing in. This is another thing that Fikile doesn't seem to understand.
The DA said that what is happening in Gauteng is not interlinked to KZN or national. And Fred Nell was articulating that position. So you were there in cameras and recording. So, and they said also through Helen Zille yesterday that they are prepared to go back to the benches.
It took more than 2 weeks for a government to be formed since the inauguration of the president.
I, Angelina Matsie Mutsecha. Let me read from here.
Can I request the room to also enable itself to hear the ministers when they take their oath?
Now that parties have witnessed that coalitions at national and provincial levels became a reality, a proposed legal framework to govern such partnerships is yet to be brought to Parliament for lawmaking. Mercedes Besant, SABC News, Parliament.